Picture this, an entire Roman legion, 5,000 strong, erased from history. This was Legio Hispana, the celebrated 9th Legion, until they vanished circa 120 AD, lost to time. Did they fall in battle, or was something more mysterious at play? Let's unravel the enigma of the lost 9th. Intrigued by Roman mysteries? Subscribe and unlock the past. Legio Hispana, or the Spanish 9th, wasn't born in Britain, but forged in the fires of Roman expansion. Raised in the 1st century BC, they earned their Hispana title battling fiercely in Spain. This wasn't just a name, it was a badge of honor, signifying hard-won victories and battlefield prowess. The 9th became known throughout the empire as a legion of seasoned veterans, reliable and brutally effective. Imagine them marching across Spain, crushing rebellions and securing Roman dominion, their eagles held high. Later, they were deployed to Gaul, modern-day France, further honing their skills in the Gallic Wars. Before Britain, the 9th Legion participated in some of Rome's most critical early conquests, building an unmatched legacy. By the time they were ordered to the northern fringes of the empire, they were a legion steeped in victory. This formidable fighting force, tested and triumphant, would soon face a mystery that history still struggles to solve. By the 1st century AD, Britannia, the Roman name for Britain, was a restless province. Rome had invaded decades prior, but securing control was a constant struggle against fierce native tribes. The 9th Legion, with its reputation for quelling unrest, was dispatched to this northern frontier. Imagine Britain then, a land of dense forests, fortified hill forts, and unpredictable weather far from the Mediterranean sun. For the Romans, this was a land that needed constant vigilance and a strong military presence to maintain order and extract resources. York, or Iberacum as the Romans called it, became a major base for the 9th, a strategic northern hub. From here, they would have patrolled vast territories, constructed roads and forts, and suppressed local uprisings. Inscriptions and archaeological finds confirm the 9th's presence in and around York throughout this period. These were not just garrison duties. The 9th actively engaged in military campaigns, pushing further north into Caledonia, modern-day Scotland. These campaigns, aimed at subjugating the northern tribes, would prove to be the 9th Legion's last recorded actions in history. North of Roman Britain lay Caledonia, a land of rugged highlands and fierce, independent tribes. The Romans attempted to conquer this territory but faced relentless resistance and a landscape vastly different from the south. Imagine the 9th Legion marching into Caledonia. No open fields for easy battles, but dense forests and steep mountains. Here, the Caledonians, ancestors of the Picts and Scots, were masters of guerrilla warfare, ambushing and harassing Roman columns. They were fighting for their homeland and knew every path and hiding place, giving them a significant advantage. The theory goes that around 117 AD, the 9th Legion ventured north on one such campaign and simply vanished. Perhaps they were ambushed in a narrow pass or worn down by constant attacks, their supply lines cut. A catastrophic defeat in Caledonia could explain the sudden silence surrounding the 9th Legion in Roman records. No triumphant return, no casualty list, just nothing, as if they ceased to exist. This theory paints a dramatic picture. A proud legion swallowed whole by the wilds of Scotland and its defiant warriors. While concrete archaeological proof is scarce, the Caledonian frontier offers a compelling, if brutal, stage for the 9th's final act. It remains a strong possibility that the eagle of the 9th met its end, broken against the rocks and spirit of ancient Scotland. While Caledonia is the prime suspect, Britain itself was far from peaceful during Roman rule. Numerous smaller uprisings and tribal conflicts constantly flared up across the province. The Ninth could have been dispatched to quell one of these less documented rebellions and suffered heavy, debilitating losses. Imagine a scenario. Not a grand, decisive battle, but a grinding, attritional war against determined insurgents within Britain itself. Such prolonged conflicts, often unglamorous and less recorded, could decimate a legion just as effectively as a major defeat. Another possibility, though less supported by evidence, is a transfer. The Roman Empire was vast. Legions were occasionally moved to hotspots elsewhere. Could the Ninth have been quietly reassigned to a troubled frontier on the Rhine or Danube and met its end there, far from Britain? Historical records aren't always complete. Roman bureaucracy wasn't infallible, and details of defeats could be inconvenient to record. Perhaps the Ninth Legion's end wasn't a single dramatic event, but a slow bleed in a forgotten corner of the empire, lost to the gaps in history. Roman legions weren't static entities. The army was a living, breathing organization, subject to restructuring. Legions could be reorganized, especially after heavy losses, to replenish their ranks and maintain efficiency. In extreme cases, a legion might even be renamed or merged with another unit, effectively erasing its prior identity from the official record. One intriguing theory suggests the Ninth wasn't destroyed, but absorbed into Legio Primigenia. This idea hinges on the timeline. The Ninth disappears around 120 AD, while Primigenia is active during this period. Proponents argue that a decimated Ninth Legion could have been folded into the 22nd to restore its fighting strength. This rebranding could explain why the Ninth vanishes from history. It simply continued under a different name. However, direct evidence for this merger is absent. It remains a speculative, though clever, piece of historical detective work. Ultimately, the paper trail surrounding the Ninth Legion is incomplete, leaving room for theories of reorganization as much as annihilation. So, what truly happened to the Ninth Legion? Annihilation in Caledonia? A forgotten battle? Or a quiet reorganization? The truth is, we simply don't know. The historical record falls silent, leaving us with compelling theories but no certainties. This enduring mystery is precisely why the legend of the lost Ninth Legion continues to captivate us centuries later. It reminds us that history has gaps, that some stories remain frustratingly incomplete, lost to the mists of time. And perhaps it's in these very silences that history's greatest enigmas, like the fate of the Ninth, truly reside. Thanks for joining this historical hunt. Now share your Ninth Legion theories in the comments, and subscribe for more unsolved mysteries.